second floor starting at 11 a.m. You can make an appointment there at tinyurl.com/COVID-stops-with-me up in Dedido at the mall. And again, if you need to get your shot and you are, and you are still up north, you can also go to Public Health over here in Dedido starting at 9 a.m. So a bunch of places where you can get tested or get your shot. And I think, Chris, we may need to prepare our vocal cords because we may need to sing happy birthday to our next guest, because already in the KUM News comment stream, there are many comments saying happy birthday to Mayor's Council of Guam President, Mr. Jesse Alig. Good morning, Mayor.
Good morning.
Right on.
And happy birthday.
Yep.
Thank you.
How's it feel to be 26?
I think he's 27.
Right, 26, you're right.
All right, ready?
Are you ready?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mayor.
Jesse and everyone else whose birthday it is today, too.
Happy birthday to you. May the dear Lord bless you. May the dear Lord bless you. May the dear Lord bless Mayor Jesse
and everyone else whose birthday is today, too.
Happy birthday to you. Big Ariana Grande finish.
Yep, just want to wish the governor's favorite mayor a happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
Way to go.
I am 26.
Right on.
That's your story and you're sticking to it.
Well, thanks for jumping on your birthday, no less, Mayor. Appreciate it.
No problem. Actually, my birthday was Saturday.
Okay.
But it was a long weekend, that's for sure.
I'm sure. Wait, so are you one of these birthday week or birthday month celebrants?
Nah, no, actually, this 26th birthday was one of the first. That was actually a whole weekend. But no, typically, one day and that's it.
Did you get a chance, Mayor, to go to the kimchi festival and have some birthday kimchi?
Well, I was invited, but I could not make it. Actually, we had a lot of things going on, so definitely celebrated.
From what I understand, there was an abundance made, so we'll send you some. We'll send some down to Petey.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, you know what? I am getting old. I am 26. My birthday was yesterday, not Saturday. Son of a gun.
Well, it was yesterday in the States.
Yeah.
Right on.
But it was fun. It was a great weekend, nevertheless.
All right. Well,
thank you again.
Of course, Mayor. Let's get into it. Then, what's the update on these village clinics that Public Health is rolling out?
Well, you know what? We had some issues with low enrollment in Homatek for today, but with enough push, I think we were able to get enough or sufficient number of appointments in Homatek, so we didn't have to cancel it. And I did hear the news again, and you guys did a great job about announcing to call the mayor's office for an appointment, and that Public Health it is correct that Public Health will not turn anyone away. So we're still encouraging more people to go down to Homatek today. And so there's always room for the walk-ins. So on the mayor's office side, when we make appointments and it's full, it doesn't mean that they're absolutely full. We have to accommodate for the walk-ins for those manamko that didn't call us for whatever reason and just walked in.
Right.
So we had a meeting to talk about how it went in Sinahanya to prepare for this week and for the future clinics. And I think we've ironed out a lot of the small issues. Of course, transportation is one. We want to help our manamko. If there's transportation issues, they can still call the 311 option 2 Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 12 and from 1 to 5. And we'll, the option 2 callers will certainly help them with transportation, but the earlier the better. So if your appointment is today and you need transportation today, there might be some difficulty, but if you call in advance, the people on option 2 will certainly be able to help you. There are different options really, because not only are we utilizing the CEDARS program, but we're also utilizing the Division of Senior Citizens program. So we can accommodate definitely the manamko on either side, whether they meet the requirements for Division of Senior Citizens or the requirements for CEDARS. So we're hoping that we don't have any issues with transportation. We did not have any transportation issues in Sinahanya, at least on our end. So we're hoping that this week we're going to be okay. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing how Humatek's going to go today.
Yeah, Mayor.
We
Just
yeah.
for those people who are listening, can you kind of explain the services that are going to be available at these village clinics?
So primarily, it's the Pfizer booster shot for 65 and older, and the reason why we're doing it at the village level is to accommodate our manamko. And of course, if there's others, the caregivers, people that live with the manamko that want the booster, that qualify for the booster shot, the Pfizer booster, they're more than welcome. We'll also be doing testing, and those that are symptomatic will certainly have no issues getting tested at the village clinic sites. They'll also be administering any of the other vaccines that are necessary for you. If you need dose 1 or 2 of Pfizer, Moderna, that'll be available, and J&J. So all of that's going to be available for all the residents at each of these clinics. But again, it's primarily for our Manamco 65 and older for the booster shot. And if there's anything else that that we can help with throughout the pandemic that we've offered, like the testing and the 1 and 2 doses, that'll also be there.
Right. What's the schedule for this week with these clinics so we can get the word out?
So today is Humatek and Wednesday is in Agat.
Okay.
And then we take a break for next week. So yeah, it's just the 2 this week, and so we're hoping again that'll be, we're seeing a larger turnout in the Agat area. So public health shares that information with us, and so that's how we kind of gauge, our campaign, whether or not we need to call our residents to come out and or not even come out, but to let them know that it's available.
Right.
And if they, yeah. So far it's been a good relationship doing the village clinic. We've actually been able to address the needs of the Manamko that have been calling our offices for the booster shot. So yeah, it's good so far.
Good for you. Let's update on another program, the foster family program that you guys are doing. This is an initiative the Mayor's Council has or is launching, and their goal is to recruit 19 new foster families by Christmas.
Yeah, I'm so overwhelmed with excitement when it comes to that, because and thanks to you guys for broadcasting it and just airing that, because of that we've partnered with other organizations that are currently doing the foster care work, and as a support system for our campaign, which is very it's encouraging to know that what we're doing is certainly going to support the work that they've done for many, many years. And so we have another meeting this week to finalize the campaign, and we hope to have everything ready to push out by next week with radio spots and TV commercials and any kind of print ad. That we're kind of careful with the print ads.
Yeah,
so
print ads don't work. It's mostly radio, especially on the link. They have the biggest audience. Don't waste your time with print.
Yeah, well, that's where they got the word, and social media, of course. So we're hoping to do that, and we've changed around the way we're going to do our informational meetings, simply because we don't need to reinvent the wheel, right? Yeah. And the other organizations have already been doing it, so we're just going to incorporate what they've been doing and trying to make it a little, a little more, more exciting, more enticing for individuals and for families to want to even consider being a foster parent. Yeah, we're not. I mean, if you've just thought about it, we just want you to come and listen, right? I mean, you don't have to commit to anybody, but at least come and listen, right? Because it in the end, it's really our problem. They are our children, and that's our goal.
We should have how we did this raffle to get people to get vaccinated, and we gave away $10,000. We should do something very similar for foster families, right? I mean, we got the money, might as well. How's that? Enter to become a foster parent, and you could win 10 grand. But once you sign up, you're stuck with the kids. There's a chance you could win, but if you don't win, you can't give them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's some enticements. Give them some gas gift certificates or something.
And like what Mayor Jesse said is, like, if you have ever even just contemplated it, considered it, that already means you have the calling inside you and everything.
And
like
who
that.
hasn't?
You just need to find out about like the logistics and the parameters of how the program works and everything. But if you've even thought about it once, you know you're going to do it.
I mean, it's in our
and
culture.
God bless you for doing so.
We poxai each other's kids all the time. You know what I mean? All the time.
Right.
And this is different because you get paid for it. So
yeah. Well, we all know that, as children, we're expensive children, right? Growing up, whether we knew it or not, right? So I don't know if the stipend is completely, what is it? I don't know what the term is, but it's always never, it's just not enough all the time, right? But I think that the public health is trying their best to compensate as best they can, and I think it works for most of the current families. It works for them. But yeah, I mean, even if you don't have to commit, but if you've thought about it, come and listen, come and check it out. And hopefully, something can change your mind. And if you're not ready, maybe, you'll continue to discern the calling, because it is, I mean, it's really becoming apparent for a day or a week, a month, or might even be permanent, right?
Now, I don't know about you, Mayor, but I was a pretty cheap kid. You were saying, we're all expensive. I mean, if you, when I was a kid, if you just gave me Capri Sun and Rockio, I was good to go for the day.
Okay, well, yeah, some of us are different, Jason.
I'm a pretty cheap date. I was a pretty cheap kid. So.
That explains how skinny he is. That's his diet: Capri Sun and Rockio.
Capri Sun. No, when I was going to school, it was if you had car, you were cool.
Yeah. We had the high C in middle school.
Or or if you get the yan, like the little breadsticks with the chocolate dip. But that kind of leads me to my next question, Mary, if I may, because we had Peggy Denny on prior to you coming on the show, and she was talking about the UOG Green Army bringing this program that the mayors will directly benefit from, because you guys are actually going to be empowered, I guess is the right word, with the ability to give more of your residents the ability to recycle in a responsible and appropriate way. So that's a little bit more down the road and everything like that. But how are you guys preparing for that?
Well, we were told about the project, and so of course we're looking forward to it. We never like to tell everybody that we're going to have it until we have it in our hands, because we all work for the government of Guam and we know how that goes. But
ARP.
Yeah. Certainly, most of us are excited about hosting these bins because as it is, most of us continue to do it daily. And we support our schools with the aluminum cans, and so we're excited about it. Like I said, we don't talk about it too much until they know that until we know it's on Guam or in our hands, and then we'll take it from there. Because but as far as preparation, of course, everyone has a site to make sure that those bins are properly secured. So yeah, we're excited about it, because like I said.
What grade would you give to your own village, Mayor Jesse, like to PD when it comes to recycling? Because I've always thought driving through there, even going through the village and everything like that, PD is one of the cleanest villages on the island. But when it comes to recycling, how would you assess that?
Well, poor, fair, and excellent. I would say fair, and I would say fair simply because we're all kind of still working toward recycling, right? And you still you have the longtime residents who started it a long time ago and continue to do it. You have some residents who are, just kind of starting it out and they're only recycling or separating the water bottles, because that's all they drink, right? And so, baby steps it is. And I know Peggy, I didn't hear it, but I know Peggy's worked so hard, and she continues to work hard at it. And when she comes out to our villages, I mean, she's the mama bear when it comes to recycling out there. And so I can say it as that as it being fair, simply because we're all just starting, really. I mean, and unfortunately, I say it that way, but it's the truth, right? But we continue to encourage everyone to separate, right? And I think that's our big deal. The recycling bins. It's really about learning to separate real quickly your trash and recyclables, and knowing what goes into the recycling bin and what goes into the trash bin. And I know that one of the things is some residents want to know, are they really, what are actually being recycled? Is paper being recycled, plastics, aluminum cans, glass? And I mean, you might know more than me, but I know that there's I know that we certainly can recycle the aluminum. I know that we're working towards recycling the glass and reusing the glass. We've talked about this in many roundtables with Senator Perez and Peggy and GSWA. So I know that there is a company that will start to recycle glass as far as repurposing glass. I know that for sure. And so those kinds of things that we just need to educate our residents so that they know. I mean, even if it's just separating glass and bottles, maybe that's what we just need to get to, right? So baby steps for some. But I do see in PD, I do see a lot of the bins going around, the recycle bins that are full, and they do look properly separated for the most part. So,
I think that's a very honest assessment. You know, the biggest room in the world is a room for self-improvement. You know, so very, very nice.
Mayor, we got a call here. Billy's back. Billy, good morning. You had a question for the mayor?
Yes. Hi. Good morning. Good morning, Mayor. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
I just have a question. Is there a vice mayor in Jonah?
In Zonia, there is no vice mayor in Zonia. No.
Okay. Now my next question is Jonah bigger than Agat?
Is Zonia bigger than Agat? I can't answer it on the record because I don't know what the are you talking about population or area? Land area?
The area.
Okay, I shouldn't have asked because I don't know the exact size of either.
Okay, well, it is bigger than Agat. So my question is, if Jonah doesn't have a vice mayor, why does Agat have a vice mayor? And you know, why do Agat need a vice mayor when Agat's smaller than Jonah? And you know, I don't get it.
So the vice mayors, that was all by law, and it was by population at the time.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess the mayor of Jonah is really doing its job because he don't need a vice mayor.
Yeah, they're very naughty in Agat. They have the residents. That's why they need another. They need a vice mayor.
I don't think, you know, that's just waste of taxpayer money. I don't think Agat needs a vice mayor. I think the mayor alone can do it. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Right on.
Welcome. Have a good day.
Okay, for purposes of clarity, I did just look it up on Wikipedia. Two things popped out. Okay. One, Jonah is more populous than Agat. I did not know that. And two, if you go on Wikipedia, all of these southern villages have now been changed to their now traditional forms. So Agat is now Agat.
Okay.
Umatic is Humatek. So good on Wikipedia. So yes, so Jonah is bigger than Agat, than Agat.
Yeah, you know, the whole vice mayor, I don't want to go into too much on the vice mayors because, you know, they are my colleagues. Yeah. But, you know, I know that, and they work hard. And I agree with the caller that, you know, there's sometimes we have to consider the need for, you know, top-heavy management. And that perhaps he is correct. And perhaps it'll be much more necessary and important to utilize that money in either maintenance or whatever it is that the village needs, as opposed to you know, too highly paid officials.
Easy there, Mayor. Easy there, Vice Mayor Chris.
I know.
Mayor, I know you met with the Gov last week, so can we kind of get into that? We'll start with
the record. Don't use that comment. Everybody in the world heard it already.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. So COVID pay meeting with the governor.
Nothing, not yet. No pay, no ARPA, but it's coming. Don't worry.
Yeah, has there been any indication on any timeline or ETA or anything like this of when you may get even? And are you expecting when that payment finally does come in? Is it going to be incrementally? Is it going to be lump sum? Is it going to be like, how will the disbursement be made?
Well, of course, if it's the COVID pay, it'll be you know, lump sum as we.
You would hope.
Before, yeah, we hope, yeah. And of course, you know what? I always prepare myself for that question, because if at any time I find out that the pay is coming or a timeline, I'm certainly going to give one of you guys a call or message one of you, because I know it's going to come down.
You've got Sabrina's number on speed dial for that very reason, right?
yeah. No, for some reason I don't know, that girl, she's got some kind of connection because she'll know right away and she'll call and say, hey, what's going on with this? It's like, what? How'd you know? But yeah, and then if the American Rescue Plan money, of course, we don't. I have not heard. I don't. Perhaps they're still waiting on the designation of the NEUs. And if that's the case, then we'll hang tight. We will be working with our fiscal 22 money that was approved. So we'll start off with that, and hopefully, by the time that runs out, we'll have American Rescue Plan money to save us again. So yeah, no updates on any of the money, not yet. But like I said, I'll certainly let you know, and I'm sure Bree will call me.
Right. I mean, it's got to be frustrating for you though, Mayor, because
same old conversation over and over and over.
I mean, we feel stupid asking the same question over and over, but it's unfortunate we get the same answer over and over, especially when we see that the governor's about to pony up how many millions for that LEAP program? I mean, we're talking like a significant amount of money. So how does it feel when you hear that and you guys can't even get your COVID differential pay, which I'm pretty sure is way less than $25 million?
Oh yeah, I mean, gosh, I don't want to. Yeah, it's definitely more than 20, definitely less than 25 million, less than $1 million, I'm sure. Well, everyone has their priorities, and perhaps that is obviously that is the governor's priority, and we'll leave it at that. I think our staff know full well that they work hard and that they're going to get their pay. Like I said, I don't want to downplay it, or I don't even want to exclude it from any discussion. But I believe that our staff is so used to just waiting, and we all have priorities. I mean, even in our offices. I mean, if we take a look at paying out salaries or paying out differential or operations, our money always goes to our operations first, because that's why we're here. So we can be the little small heroes in the village, if that's what it is, and we'll take it as that, because we know that in the end they will get paid. It is frustrating because the governor has said many times that if you work your hours, she wants to pay your hours, and she's a businesswoman and she comes from business, so I'm hopeful that she'll get that money out sooner than later.
I wonder if they did that in the business she was in, where you had people working and then they're like, oh, we'll just pay you, 4 months after. Don't worry about it. Probably not.
Well, there's a law, right? That you pay your employees a certain amount of days after they've earned their pay. And, perhaps it's because it's differential and it's because it's additional or premium pay. But whatever it is, we'll just hang in there. Like I said, if we could pay it from our mayor's council budget, we certainly could. But again, our operations comes first when we know that at least our staff is already getting their base pay, unfortunately. So
I want to ask about All Souls Day, Mayor. Before we get into it, though, what's the deal with the little tiny homes at the cemetery up there in Nimitz?
Well, they're still there. I think they're going to remain there. I know that Teague Cemetery has a it's locked up now, and they're open. I believe it's 8 to 5, and our office I must say, our office helps to unlock that fence, even though it belongs to DPR. So my staff is up there at 7 a.m. to unlock that gate, because it's I feel that it's necessary to maintain control over the use of the cemetery, and to make sure that there's regulation up there. The houses are still there. Nothing has moved. And
any new ones going up?
I have not seen any new ones, no. But they have a lot of burials. I mean, they're stacked up there. Pretty soon it's going to be down here in the village.
Right. Yeah, I know. My mom was just telling me it's, that time of the year where I got to go around and start cleaning the graves. So I'll be up there.
Yeah. Well, and then All Souls Day, so there's no masses at the cemeteries, but the cemeteries will be open. So Yeah, I'm sure. I'm expecting traffic up there for sure, and traffic at Veterans. But I think it'll be okay. I haven't seen any new homes though. Definitely a whole lot more burials though.
Right. Halloween, Mayor.
Halloween, it's definitely going to be drive-through for most of us. There are certainly some. Well, in PD, there are some residents that still want to do the traditional trick-or-treating. I think our bigger concern is the Nimitz Hill Estates area and like Barragata Heights, where there's so many trick-or-treaters. Staying in line with the governor's guidance or the protocol, pandemic guidance. It's drive-through, right? But there's definitely some people out there who are still willing to do the traditional trick-or-treating in a safe manner. Our municipal planning council did have that discussion about Nimitz Hill Estates, and of course we're encouraging everyone to continue to be safe. We will have a drive-through at the mayor's office for our residents, simply to encourage them to kind of follow suit and just be safe. Yeah.
Well, so if a family hits it right, they could drive through the whole island. Right? That sounds like a plan.
Of course you would say that, Chris Barnett.
I mean, we got to save Halloween, guys, in a safe way.
Yeah, you should do a video on that.
I'll have the report on which mayor's office had the best candy.
Ah, there you go. Or the best treat.
The best treat. That's right. Don't be giving out Brussels sprouts, though, Mayor. Because so much of this conversation,
well, you know what?
Bree and I were just talking.
Traditionally, we do ice cream Sundays.
Oh, wow.
Since I've been in office, we do ice cream Sundays.
Wow.
But I think we're going to change it up a little bit this year.
Time to move to PD, Joe, sir? Yeah. Right? Just for Halloween. Okay, Mayor. Thanks and happy birthday.
Thanks so much. Adios.
There you go. Mayor Jesse Alig of PD. Elizabeth Agagi comments in from Hawaii. Aloha Stadium drive-through, mall drive-through in Hawaii. Yeah, not really thinking we're going to get a Halloween. I'm more worried about, like, Thanksgiving, right? Because that's kind of around the corner. And we talked about this last week. It's like this time last year, a little bit later, I put out that Thanksgiving video. Man, that was something else. I put it out, this video. I know you guys probably saw it. I hope so. Probably tired of seeing it. Maybe it's time to bring it back, though. Yeah, and it was funny because the governor and the lieutenant governor messaged me privately last year, and they're like, hey, thanks for doing your part. Oh, man, how things have changed. I'm still the same guy. Be safe, guys. I'm the be safe guy. It's 7:58. We're going to take a quick break, and we're coming back with more of the show, which is brought to you by Pacific Points, Cabo Enterprises, ITD, and Jack in the Box. It is a Monday, and Jay, we are doing our Pepsi Ultimate Pizza Trivia Challenge this morning.
Yes.
This is going to be awesome, guys. This morning, one of my favorite pizzas. We're going to be giving away Little Caesars.
Crazy bread.
Yeah. I mean, the pizza.
Technically not the pizza, but
yeah.
I mean, I could, if I was stuck on, well, if I was stuck on an island, if I was stuck on another island and I only had one thing to eat, give me crazy bread and I would not utter a single complaint.
Right, yeah.
But the pizza, we've talked about this before. The pizza, if you've ever tried it, they give you it in slices, or you can buy like a whole like like the circular pizza. You can also get it Detroit style, which is the it's square and the corners, they get that little, tostus, I guess is the right word, because right, the cheese, like fries up just so, and the dough gets really, really crispy. I love that stuff.
Sorry, I'm texting Bree.
You know what's good too? If you go to Little Caesars, get some pink lemonade. You ever had pink lemonade with pizza?
Wow, that sounds like I'm going to hit all my numbers.
That goes really, really well together.
Cheese, yep, sounds great. And that's our prize for this morning with Little Caesars. Again, it is 8 o'clock, and we're going to take just a quick break and come back on KUAM TV. Are we on KUAM TV today? Because there's football. No, we're not. Okay, so we don't have to take a break.
We're playing the foosball.
Let's Let's just take a break anyway, right? Okay.
We don't have to, but why not?
That's a good way to start the week. Okay, it's 8 o'clock. We're KUAM FM. Agat ni Guam. Good morning.
Celebrate National Pizza Month with the Pepsi Ultimate Pizza Trivia Challenge. All you have to do is listen to the link during the month of October, and when prompted, call 671-637-0094 with the answer to the Pepsi Ultimate Pizza Trivia Challenge. Winner will receive a gift certificate from our participating pizza parlors and a 12-pack of Pepsi, brought to you locally by Pepsi.
Join KUAM every Wednesday on Primetime